Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another goal making video. Today we're going to be discussing the holiday that is going on right now inside of World of Warcraft, which is Children's Week, and we're going to be discussing how you can use this week to help you make some gold on the side whenever you are doing your normal auctioning. Now before we get started, this video is being recorded on the 5th of May, which is currently Wednesday. However, this video will not be uploaded until the 6th, which is Thursday. If you guys are seeing this the same day that it is released, then you guys will be seeing this on Thursday, and the event ends Monday morning. So if you are seeing this the day it released, you have about 3 days or so, depending on when you see it, possibly 4 days, in order to use these methods to make some gold. However, if you are seeing this any days later after May 10th, 2021, then you will not be able to utilize this video until the next year. However, despite this being for this week specifically, there will be plenty of ways that I'll be talking about how to prep and actually prepare for the next coming year, which might be some good, useful information for you. So, getting started, what exactly is Children's Week? Now, Children's Week is a holiday inside of World of Warcraft. As you can see, it is right here, and basically you are just dealing with children from the orphanage inside of Stormwind and Orgrimmar and all those places, and basically you can get a child to like walk around and stuff like that. So it's a little fun holiday, and because of this, we are going to be talking about some gold making aspects of it. Now, the reason why this event is very important to some people is because there is a lot of achievements that you can acquire during this week only, and it has a few titles and everything that people who are collectors really want to get. If we look at achievements and we type in children's, as you can see, there is the overall for the children's achievement, which you get a title, which is either matron or patron. And because of that, there are 6 different achievements that you have to complete during this week in order to get this overall completion and to get the title reward. Now, the one that we're going to be talking about specifically is the bad example one, which you have to eat a unique number of sweets while your orphan is actually watching you doing it. Now, a lot of these items are pretty easy to obtain. A lot of them, you can buy them from the vendor. However, there is one where you have to be able to craft it, and it is called the Delicious Chocolate Cake. Now, this chocolate cake currently is going on the auction house anywhere between 3 to 10,000 gold a piece, specifically during this week, because a lot of people do not have cooking, and so they are not able to craft it themselves, which means that they are just going to the auction house, and a lot of them are like, all right, I want this achievement, whatever, I'll spend 5k because I want to get this and I want to get the title. So a lot of people are spending that much money, but if we look right now, if we look up cake, as you can see, the Delicious Chocolate Cake on my realm is currently going for about 3,000 gold, with a region sale average at about 1.5k gold, but that is because normally it's a lot lower when this event is not happening. However, when the event is happening, it skyrockets, which is why it's almost doubled. I've seen a lot of servers where it's going upwards to like 8k, so this is definitely something you should check out for. And now we're going to be talking about actually how to utilize this recipe. Now, to get this actual recipe, it is a part of cooking. All you need is level 1 cooking. However, it is unique to get. There are 3 different ways that you can get it, which is either the crate of meat, the barrel of fish, or the small spice bag. The crate and the barrel both come from the dailies inside of TBC at Satrath City. There is the fishing trainer there. There's one daily every single day, and on completion, you will get one of those 2 items, which you have a chance of getting the recipe from. Then you have the small spice bag, which is also from dailies. However, it is from the Wrath cooking daily, and upon completion, you will also get a spice bag with a chance of getting the recipe. Now, you do have to be pretty lucky to obtain this recipe because it does have a 1 to 2% drop rate depending on which bag you are opening. So if you guys do not have the recipe now, you do have a few days in order to try to obtain it. You can do this on any of your characters. All you have to have is cooking, and also please keep in mind to pick up the dailies, you will need level 1 Outland cooking as well as level 1 Northrend cooking. So if you do not have those and the quest is not showing up for you, that is why. Just go to the nearby trainer and then learn level 1 cooking, and you'll be able to access this daily. Now, the daily probably takes about 5 minutes to complete, and then you'll be rewarded with this, which you can just open it and see if you get it. Now, there is also another way to get this recipe, however, you cannot utilize it this week whenever there is either TBC or Wrath time walking. The time walking vendors sells these bags for 25 tokens each, so this is also a possibility of getting it. However, you cannot utilize this week since time walking has ended. However, if you want to save up for next year, or you still just want to collect this recipe, taking advantage of these time walking events and using the vendor in order to get a mass amount of these bags would definitely be the way to go. Now, moving on, if you did get this recipe, then this is perfect because you can start making a ton of gold with it. Now, to craft this, it requires 8 simple flour, 4 ice cold milk, 4 mild spices, as well as 1 flask of Stormwind Tanny, and all 4 of those items are from vendors inside of Org/Stormwind, or really any major city. They are all crafting reagents coming from the vendors themselves, so they are very cheap. The 2 things you will be having to look out for is small eggs, which are right here, as well as Mage Royal, which is also right here. Now, it requires 8 small eggs per cake, as well as 3 Mage Royal, and those are the 2 items that you will either have to farm or buy yourself in order to craft these cakes. Because of the standard low prices on these items, these cakes will only cost you maybe about 200 to 400 gold at max to craft, and you are selling them anywhere between 3 to 10,000, so there is some really high profit to be made. Now, if we hover over, as you can see, the region sale rate is about a 0.03, so it does have a pretty good sell rate. So even if you cannot take advantage of this week, you can always try to get this recipe and order for next Children's Week. Next year, you'll be able to be ready to sell all of these cakes. Now, moving away from cakes, if you do not have cooking or you do not want to go through the dailies or anything like that, you have the possibility of flipping the eggs as well as the flowers just off the bat, like I'm doing now. As you can see, about 3 hours ago, I bought 21 of these for about 25 gold each, and as you can see, somebody just posted back down. However, I am selling these for trying to sell these for about 100 gold each, because if somebody does buy them, then that is a lot of profit for me. If you do see very cheap eggs, it's quite a possibility that you will be able to buy them up and just sell them back, because people who do have the cake recipe will be crafting these and needing these for the cakes. Now, keep in mind that small eggs, they're just a random drop from low-level zones, and there is a way to farm them, however, it's not very efficient. I'll show some spawn locations on the screen now, so there is a possibility if it's very, very expensive on your server, you can go and farm these eggs yourself. However, I prefer to just flip them, etc. Sometimes people do not know much about this event, so you'll be able to find some very, very cheap eggs, which you can buy up and resell easily. Lastly, the same thing with flowers kind of go. I bought these for about 18-ish gold about 3 hours ago as well, and as you can see, some of it has crashed, but I am selling it at that 25 mark, because if somebody needs a lot of them, they will have to buy up into the stack. And as you can see, I'll be making about a 7-ish gold profit each with before auction house cuts and everything like that. Now, this is just a standard herbalism flower that you can pick up yourself. Hillsbrad is the best place to farm it. I will have some of the spawn locations on screen, but that is definitely the best place in order to farm those. So if you're an herbalist, or let's say you don't even own Shadowlands, this is a great way. For this week, you can utilize this event in hopes of getting some really nice sales with this low-level herb. And guys, the last thing I want to mention is if you do have max cooking on almost all the expansions, you can take advantage of the daily requirements in order to make some gold as well. Now, this is not directly related to Children's Week, however, the people who are trying to complete dailies in order to get the cake recipe, some of these people will not want to take the time to craft the other things needed for the quest as well, so they will try to just buy it off the auction house. For example, for one of the dailies that you might get, you have to buy Crunchy Serpents, which as you can see I did about 3 hours ago, and right now the average price of these should be around 50 gold, however they are now going for 100 because either they posted these for this event or somebody reset them themselves. However, these do have a lower sell rate with 0.01. However, if you guys do have these laying around or you already have the recipes learned, it's very easy to just quickly put these up on the auction house. Another example of this is these short ribs right here. Just like I showed you in the previous example, these are both needed for the same quest, and you actually need 2 of them. And as you can see, I purchased them myself for about close to 400 gold, and the reason why I did this is because I did not want to craft them myself, and also the reason why I'm showing this through TSM Ledger is because this was the only one on the auction house. However, if I look at the tooltip, as you can see, the region sale average is about 74 gold, and once again it has a 0.0 sell rate, but as you can see, it normally sells for about 74 gold, but because of this event, it's gone up to about 400 and even 600 at some time. So, if you do have cooking all the way leveled up and you have these recipes available to you, it might be very good if you just take the opportunity to just craft some of these up and sell them and see if there's anybody doing the dailies as well who wants to purchase them. Generally, these will be very cheap to craft, and because of that, it should not be much of a hassle in order to go through with this. But yeah, guys, that is basically it. I just wanted to talk about the event going on right now, Children's Week, and give you guys some gold tips that you can do on the way. Now, I completely understand that this is being posted Thursday, which only gives you about 3 days in order to try to make some sales. However, Children's Week is basically the same every single year. Maybe they add a new cosmetic, something like that, but traditionally the achievement is always there, and these cakes and everything else is always going to be selling. So if you guys want to, you can stock up on some eggs, stock up on some Mage Royal, wait around into next year, or you can try to get yourself that cake recipe to just make the cakes yourself, and if you don't sell any for the remaining week that we have, then definitely next year you'll be ready to sell some. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my spreadsheets down below, as well as my Twitch channel. I am live streaming 4 days a week. It is great. I'm always trying to showcase new ways to make gold, and feel free to go over there if you want your questions answered live. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.